welcome to Depth Camera Central Farm 38. Today I'll be reviewing the Orbbec Astra Stereo SU3, which is approximately the size of a pack of gum, and 3 new depth cameras that they previewed and showcased in January at CES, to include a new time of flight sensor that looks strikingly similar to the Microsoft Azure Kinect V4, and an industrial depth camera that was designed and developed in collaboration with Purdue R&D researchers, and their new Astra Plus or Astra S Plus structured light depth camera. I can't wait to see it. I have it on pre-order. So think about the body tracking application here. This depth camera is incredibly small, and the dimensions are 65.3 millimeters by 22.5 millimeters by 12.3 millimeters, with an average range of 0.25 out to 2.5 meters, with an average power draw of just under 2 watts. So think of the proof of concepts, the implementations, the iterations you can do in transit authority, especially at the airport. So when you get on the airport, you get in your seat, there's a small depth camera that's tracking your face, facial recognition, your biometrics. It knows what you ordered last time you were on the plane. It knows which movies you watch. It knows which seats you prefer, the aisle or the window. And these billions of cameras and depth sensors, which I talked about in a post yesterday, are going to be all over the world. And this new depth camera, there's an integration here that prevents crosstalk, which is really a nice implementation on the engineering side, because you can have 5 or 6 of these cameras in the same area without them interfering with one another, and that's very important. Let's talk about the depth resolution frame rate at 1280 by 800, 30 frames per second, and 640 by 400 at 60 frames per second, and the Rgb resolutions at 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames per second, and 1280 by 720 at 30 frames per second. And let's look at the depth field of view versus the Rgb field of view. Horizontals at 67.9, vertical is 45.3, and the diagonals at 78 degrees, and then the Rgb field of view is at 71.5, verticals at 56.7, and diagonals at 84. It takes a USB-C connector. So I'm really interested in Orbbec moving forward. They haven't had a refresh of their new sensors in several years, and this one's really fascinating. I love the small form factor. You know, the fact that it only draws 2 watts really helps a lot. They have a new embedded platform called the Zora, which is similar to a Raspberry Pi, which they're now utilizing and implementing across their platform and their ecosystem. I haven't tested it yet. I can't wait. But I also want to discuss these new depth cameras, so let's jump into that now.